I took a brand new channel from $0 to $7,000 in the first month monetized, but here's something you should know. This content is faceless, and I basically just copy what other already successful channels in my niche are doing. That being said, I still managed to get over 26,000 subscribers and make over $18,000 in just a couple of months. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process that I used to do it. So let's begin. Now, before I show you the results, I want to start with the niche decision, because that is the foundation that everything else sits on. Get it wrong and you are fighting the algorithm from day one, but get it right and the platform does most of the work for you. The niche for Britain's best is British nostalgia content. Supermarkets, iconic brands, celebrity car collections, food and drink ratings, the kind of content that appeals to someone who grew up in Britain and has real emotional connection to these things. And the reason this niche works so well is the same reason boring niches always outperform the trends that everyone is chasing. You see, the people watching this content are older, they're watching the content mostly on TV, not on a phone, and they're not skipping the ads. And because of that, the RPM, which is how much YouTube pays you for 1,000 views, is significantly higher than what you could earn from a younger audience on a trendy topic in a trendy niche. The competition is also almost non-existent compared to something like sports or AI videos, which are very popular, where you're going up against channels with years of history or huge budgets from day one. Now, there are 3 rules I recommend you follow before committing to any niche. Number 1, start with data, not just passion. Start by researching what's already working, what has high demand and an active audience. Number 2, validate profitability and longevity. Check to see if the niches you have found are both profitable and long-term, right? Is this making $5,000 per month and has it been doing it for the last couple of years, or depending on what your goals are, right? And number 3, drill down to a sub niche. You see, instead of competing with the biggest channels, look for a sub niche where you can stand out. For example, instead of car news, focus on electric vehicle updates or truck news, right? The more specific you get, the easier it is to attract and build a loyal audience over the long term. And also Britain's best. It was not the first channel covering this territory. We were not the first ones. It was just a better and more consistent version of what was already working. And now, once the niche is locked, the next question is, what videos do you actually make? This is where most people get it completely wrong. Most people starting a Faceless channel think the hard part is the production, but it is not. The hard part is speaking the right idea, and if you look at the videos that drove most of the growth from Britain's best, you can see that there is a clear formula. One of the biggest outliers on the channel is 15 rarest cars in Queen Elizabeth's insane car collection, sitting at over 268,000 views and has made over $1,500 from this one video alone.
Hey guys, real quick, if you're someone who's serious about making money on YouTube, we have YouTube automation and Faceless YouTube channels. So if you work a high-paying job and want to make more money on the side, or if you're a business owner and you're looking to diversify your streams of income, then go ahead and book a call for one-on-one coaching by clicking the link in the description. I've helped over 5,000 people just like you make more money on YouTube, and I'd love to see if I can help you do the same thing. So go ahead, click the link in the description, book a call, and I'd love to see you on the other side. If not, no issues, enjoy the free content.
That idea works because it sits at the intersection of 2 audiences that have massive demand on YouTube. Number 1, the royal family, and number 2, car collections. And a video at that intersection basically pulls both groups at the same time. Both of these group of viewers are watching it. Now, a second big outlier is how McCallan built a £1 billion brand by selling trash as luxury, and it has around 80,000 views right now. Now, this one works because of the angle, right? Everyone in UK knows that McCallan is expensive, so the video takes the contrarian position and creates enough curiosity that people click, even if they have no strong feelings about whiskey, right? It's something like, oh, I'm curious, why is this? Because it's such expensive. The title in this case does all the work before the viewer even decides whether they care or not about the topic, whether they're a big fan or no. And then there's another video, 10 big British grocery chains that filed for bankruptcy, that was posted recently and is already tracking at 25 times the channel's average, doing about 200 views per hour as of me recording this video. video. Now, this one is different. This is trend jacking, economic anxiety in the UK, major supermarkets struggling, people worried about brands they have shopped at for decades, a topic with existing emotional momentum behind it, right? And the channel is perfectly positioned to ride this wave. Every single one of these ideas came from research, not intuition. By looking at what was already performing in adjacent spaces and finding the angles with proven demand and low competition. And I did the same exact thing on some of my other channels before, so we could say this is not my first rodeo. Take a look at America Grows. The gardening and nostalgia content we built around was already performing on other channels in the US nostalgia space. We just came in with a gardening version of it. And the result? Over $40,000 generated on this channel in just a couple of months. And same with vintage vehicles. My old trucks and classic car channel, it had proven demand. We could see it in the counts of channels that had been doing it for years before we uploaded a single video. But once again, we did it, we put a spin on it, and the result, over $100,000 in AdSense revenue alone, and even more of that in enterprise value. But that's a topic for another video, and if you want to watch that, I have a video on the channel already. Now, Britain's Best is simply the same formula applied to a British instead of US audience, right? So we were not guessing here. We were looking at what the market was already rewarding and building something better inside an adjacent space. Now, real quick, if you're watching this and you want to build something like Britain's Best yourself, this is exactly what my program called Grow Channels is for. It's a program where I walk people through this from scratch, including the niche, the production system, the content strategy, all of it, and thousands of busy professionals have already gone through it. If you're interested and want to learn more, check out the first link in the description to go to it. Now, a great idea still needs to get clicked, and that is where the thumbnail formula comes in. Let's look at any thumbnails on Britain's Best and you will see the same thing repeated. Yellow background, bold black text, and a clear vision that tells you exactly what the video is about before you read a single word. Sometimes it's a worst and best comparison. Sometimes it's toxic as the branding for the food content, for example, and sometimes it's just dramatic faces for police tape. The formula works for one reason. It is immediately readable on a small screen in half a second. When someone is scrolling their YouTube feed on phone or even on TV, they're not stopping to analyze anything. They're scanning, and a thumbnail that can communicate its idea instantly is the one that gets clicked. So on the channel, we have been consistent with this formula across all 90 plus videos, which is why the click rate stays strong even as the channel grows. Now, the other thing worth understanding is that the thumbnail never works alone. It is usually built around the title, right? The title makes a specific promise, and the thumbnail is the visual proof, if you want, of that promise. So 15 rarest cars in Queen Elizabeth's car collection, and the thumbnail showing the Queen alongside luxury cars. Or how Macallan built a £1 billion brand by selling trash luxury, and the thumbnail showing a price tag that makes no sense. So every click happens because the title and the thumbnail are working together to create enough curiosity that someone has to find out what is it on the other side, so they click on the video. Now, you understand the niche, the ideas, and the packaging, and the last piece of the production system that keeps the cost low enough to stay profitable from day one. So this is important. The production system behind Britain's Best is the same hybrid approach we teach inside my paid program Grow Channels. AI handles the scripting, 11 Labs handles the voiceover, and a human editor and thumbnail designer handle the video and the thumbnail. The cost per video sits around $40 to $60, so for the sake of it, let's just say $50. And that low cost and that margin is what makes a channel like this worth building, because when a video costs $50 to produce and it gets 280,000 views, making $1,500, the return on that investment is just extraordinary, right? And it's not just this channel that gets this type of results. Take a look at this. My student Martin posted one video which cost him $80 to produce, and this was before AI. Now, that one video alone allowed his channel to grow insanely fast and made $40,000 in a single month. How crazy is that? So shout out to you, Martin, if you're watching this. Now, with my portfolio channel, with Britain's Best, this format is very repeatable, as you can see. Most videos run 20 to 25 minutes, which works well for this audience because they're sitting down to actually watch the videos, right? Not consuming it on their phone on 30-second bursts. Longer watch time means better retention signals to the algorithm, which means the videos will get pushed in the algorithm to more people. And then there is the upload consistency, which is the part that most people underestimate or overestimate. Nobody seems to get this right. See, algorithm needs data before it can push a channel anywhere, and that data only comes from uploading consistently week after week and second month after month. Britain's Best did not blow up on the first video or the 5th or the 10th, but with a consistent niche, a consistent thumbnail formula, and a consistent production system, the channel was on a machine and it was built enough so that the data for YouTube to understand exactly who should be watching was there very early on. And once that happens, once you reach that level, the growth just compounds on itself. So I'm sure you guys can see this by now that this is not luck. This is a formula, and it's the same formula that is available to anyone watching this right now. So look, everything I just walked you through, you can take this and start applying it on your own, and you would probably figure this all out eventually. But the truth is, there's a lot more to building one of these Faceless channels than what fits in a single video, especially if you want to start making $3,000, $5,000, or $10,000 per month. So if you'd like help from someone who's been there and done that, if you'd like to work directly with me and be part of a community of 4,000 plus busy professionals who are on the same journey as you are, I have a full step-by-step training in the first link in the description. So check it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.